Can you feel it? There's a buzz in the air, an electric energy that's hard to ignore. It's like the whole world is holding its breath, waiting for something big to happen. Well, guess what? That something big is happening right now. We're in the middle of a massive spiritual shift, and it's shaking up everything we thought we knew about ourselves and the world around us. You might be feeling a bit off balance lately, like you're walking on shaky ground. Maybe you're experiencing weird coincidences, or your emotions are all over the place. Don't worry, you're not going crazy. In fact, you're waking up. This is the final step of your spiritual transition, and it's a wild ride. But here's the thing. Even though it might feel scary or overwhelming, this shake-up is actually a good thing. It's like when you clean out your closet. At first, it's a mess, with clothes everywhere. But when you're done, everything is organized, and you feel so much better. That's what's happening to your soul right now. So, what exactly is this big shift we're talking about? Imagine the entire world is a giant puzzle, and for a long time, we've been trying to put it together with some pieces missing. Now those missing pieces are finally showing up, and as we start to fit them in, the whole picture is changing. This shift is affecting everyone, whether they realize it or not. It's like a spiritual alarm clock going off, and we're all waking up at different times. Some people jumped out of bed as soon as they heard it, while others are still hitting the snooze button. But sooner or later, we all have to face the new day. This change is huge. It's not just about feeling a bit more spiritual or having a few more aha moments. We're talking about a complete overhaul of how we see ourselves, each other, and the entire universe. It's like we've been watching an old black and white TV, and suddenly someone turned on a 4K Ultra HD screen. The difference is mind-blowing. You might be wondering, why is this happening now? Why not 100 years ago, or 100 years from now? Well, it's all about timing. Think of it like baking a cake. You need to mix all the ingredients, put it in the oven, and wait for just the right moment to take it out. If you do it too early, it's not cooked, too late, and it's burned. Right now, we're at that perfect moment where everything is ready. There are a lot of reasons why this is happening now. For one, our technology has advanced so much that we're more connected than ever before. We can share ideas and experiences with people on the other side of the world in an instant. This global connection is waking us up to the fact that we're all part of one big human family. Also, our planet is going through some big changes. Climate change, political upheavals, social movements, all of these things are shaking up the old ways of doing things. It's like the earth itself is pushing us to wake up and make some changes. But it's not just about what's happening outside. Inside each of us, there's a growing feeling that something needs to change. More and more people are asking the big questions. Why are we here? What's the purpose of life? How can we make the world better? These questions are like little seeds that have been planted in our minds, and now they're starting to grow. This spiritual transition is also happening because, as a species, we're evolving. Not just physically, but mentally and spiritually too. It's like we've reached a point in our development where we're ready to take the next big step. We're starting to understand that there's more to life than just what we can see and touch. We're beginning to tap into energies and abilities that we didn't even know we had. Think of it like this. For a long time, humanity has been like a caterpillar, just crawling along, focused on eating and surviving. But now, we're entering the cocoon phase. It might feel uncomfortable and scary, but it's necessary. Because on the other side of this transition, we'll emerge as butterflies, ready to soar to new heights. This transition isn't just about individuals changing. It's about the whole world changing. It's like we're all characters in a book, and the author just started a new chapter. The old storylines are wrapping up, and new adventures are beginning. Some of the old ways of thinking and doing things just don't work anymore, and we're being pushed to come up with new solutions. One of the biggest reasons this is happening now is because we need it. Our world is facing some serious challenges: environmental issues, social inequality, conflicts between nations. The old ways of dealing with these problems aren't working. We need a new perspective, a higher level of consciousness to solve these issues. And that's exactly what this spiritual transition is giving us. It's also worth noting that this transition isn't happening all at once. It's more like a wave that's been building for a while, and now it's finally crashing on the shore. Some people have been feeling this change coming for years, while others are just starting to notice it now, and that's okay. We're all on our own journey, and we'll all get there in our own time. The important thing to remember is that this transition is not random or accidental. It's part of a bigger plan, a cosmic schedule, if you will. Just like how a flower knows exactly when to bloom, the universe knows that now is the perfect time for humanity to take this next step in our spiritual evolution. So if you've been feeling like something big is about to happen, or like you're on the verge of a major breakthrough, you're right. This is it. The final step of your transition has begun. It might feel shaky and uncertain at times, but remember, on the other side of this change is a whole new world of possibilities. Get ready, because your spiritual adventure is about to kick into high gear. Let's talk about how this big change is hitting us on a personal level. You know how sometimes you can feel a storm coming before you see any clouds? That's what this spiritual shift is like. You might not be able to see it, but you can definitely feel it. For some people, this transition feels like a breath of fresh air. They're feeling more alive, more connected to everything around them. It's like they've been seeing the world in black and white, and suddenly everything's in color. They're having more aha moments, feeling more intuitive, and just generally feeling good about life. But for others, this shift can feel pretty uncomfortable. It's like trying on a new pair of shoes. They might be better for you, but they can pinch a bit at first. You might feel anxious or unsettled, like something's changing, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is. Some people are having trouble sleeping, or they're feeling extra sensitive to everything around them. First, you might notice changes in your energy levels. Some days you might feel supercharged, like you could conquer the world. Other days you might feel wiped out, even if you got plenty of sleep. This is normal. Your body and mind are adjusting to new energies, and it can take a toll. Second, you might start seeing number patterns everywhere. 1111 on the clock, 333 on a license plate, 444 on a receipt. These aren't just coincidences. They're like little winks from the universe, letting you know you're on the right track. Third, your relationships might start changing. You might find yourself drifting away from some people and getting closer to others. This is because your energy is changing, and you're naturally gravitating towards people who match your new vibe. Lastly, you might start feeling a strong urge to make changes in your life. Maybe you suddenly want to switch careers, move to a new place, or end a relationship that's not serving you anymore. This is your inner wisdom speaking up, guiding you towards a life that's more in line with your true self. Remember, everyone experiences this transition differently. There's no right or wrong way to go through it. The key is to stay open and trust the process. Now let's be real for a minute. This spiritual transition isn't always smooth sailing. It can be tough, confusing, and sometimes even a bit scary. But don't worry, these challenges are actually good signs. They mean you're growing and changing. One of the biggest challenges you might face is doubt. You might start questioning everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world. Am I going crazy? Is this real? These thoughts are normal. Your old beliefs are being shaken up, and it can feel unsettling. But remember, doubt is just a sign that you're expanding your mind. Another challenge is feeling alone or misunderstood. As you start to change, you might find that the people around you don't quite get what you're going through. They might think you're acting weird or that you've joined some kind of cult. This can be tough, especially if it's family or close friends who don't understand. But don't worry, as you continue on this journey, you'll find your tribe of like-minded people. You might also experience what's called the dark night of the soul. This is a period where you feel lost, confused, and maybe even a bit hopeless. It's like your whole world has been turned upside down, and you're not sure which way is up anymore. This is actually a crucial part of the awakening process. It's like cleaning out a cluttered room. Things might look messier for a while, but it's necessary to create space for the new. Physical symptoms can also be a challenge. You might experience headaches, body aches, or changes in your eating and sleeping patterns. Your body is adjusting to new energies, and sometimes it can feel uncomfortable. Remember to be patient with yourself and take care of your body during this time. Lastly, you might face the challenge of letting go. As you awaken, you'll start to see which parts of your life are no longer serving you. This might mean letting go of old habits, beliefs, or even relationships. Letting go can be hard, but it's necessary to make room for the new, better things coming your way. So how do you handle all of this? Here are some practical steps you can take to make this transition smoother. First and foremost, practice self-care. This journey can be intense, so it's super important to take care of yourself. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising. These basic things can make a huge difference in how you feel. Next, start a meditation practice. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Even just 5 minutes a day of sitting quietly and focusing on your breath can help. Meditation helps you stay grounded and centered, which is crucial during this time of change. Journaling is another great tool. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This can help you make sense of what's happening and track your progress. Plus, it's really cool to look back later and see how far you've come. Spend time in nature. The natural world has a way of helping us feel connected and balanced. Take walks in the park, sit by a river, or just spend some time gardening. Nature can be very healing during this transition. Find your tribe. Look for people who are going through similar experiences. This could be through online forums, local meetup groups, or spiritual workshops. Having a support system can make a huge difference. Be open to new ideas and experiences. This transition might lead you to explore things you never considered before. Maybe you'll feel drawn to try yoga, learn about crystals, or explore different spiritual practices. Stay curious and open-minded. Practice gratitude. Every day, take a moment to think of 3 things you're grateful for. This helps shift your focus to the positive aspects of your life. Even when things feel challenging, trust your intuition. As you go through this transition, you might start getting strong gut feelings or sudden insights. Pay attention to these. Your intuition is getting stronger and it's trying to guide you. Be patient with yourself. This transition doesn't happen overnight. It's a process and it's different for everyone. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. You're right where you need to be. Lastly, remember to keep a sense of humor. This journey can get pretty intense sometimes, but it doesn't always have to be serious. Laugh at the weird coincidences, smile at the synchronicities, and enjoy the ride. The key to handling this transition is to stay flexible and open. Think of yourself as a surfer riding a wave. You can't control the wave, but you can learn to move with it. Some days you'll feel like you're gliding effortlessly. Other days you might wipe out. But each experience is teaching you something and helping you grow. Remember, this transition is happening for a reason. You're evolving, expanding, and becoming more of who you truly are. It might feel shaky at times, but on the other side of this change is a version of you that's more aligned, more aware, and more alive than ever before. So embrace this journey. Trust the process. You're waking up to a whole new reality, and even though it might feel challenging at times, it's absolutely worth it. You're part of a global shift in consciousness, and your awakening is not just for you. It's for the benefit of the whole world. As you go through this transition, keep in mind that you're not alone. Millions of people around the world are going through the same thing. We're all in this together, supporting each other as we step into this new chapter of human evolution. Now let's talk about the good stuff. Once you get through the challenging parts of this transition, wow, the benefits are truly amazing. It's like you've been living in a small, dark room, and suddenly someone opened the curtains and showed you there's a whole beautiful world out there. One of the biggest benefits you'll experience is a deep sense of inner peace. All those worries and anxieties that used to keep you up at night, they start to fade away. You'll begin to understand that you're part of something much bigger than yourself, and that knowledge brings a sense of calm and security. You'll also start to feel more connected to yourself, to others, and to the world around you. It's like you've tapped into this invisible web that connects everything. You might find yourself feeling more compassionate, more understanding of others, even those who are very different from you. Your intuition will become sharper. You know that little voice inside that sometimes gives you hunches? Well, it's about to get a whole lot louder and clearer. You'll start to trust your gut feelings more, and you'll find that they lead you in the right direction. Creativity often blossoms during this transition. Whether you've always been artistic or not, you might suddenly find yourself bursting with new ideas and the urge to express yourself. This could be through art, music, writing, or any other creative outlet. Your relationships will improve. As you become more authentic and in tune with yourself, you'll naturally attract people who resonate with the real you. Your connections will become deeper and more meaningful. You'll likely feel a greater sense of purpose. Many people find that during this awakening, they discover what they're really meant to do in this life. It's like finding the missing piece of a puzzle. Suddenly, everything makes sense. Physical health often improves too. As you become more in tune with your body and start making choices that align with your highest good, you might notice positive changes in your health and energy levels. Synchronicities will increase in your life. You'll start noticing meaningful coincidences everywhere. It's like the universe is constantly winking at you, letting you know you're on the right path. Lastly, you'll experience a profound sense of freedom. As you let go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more able to be your true self. Let me share a quick story about my own experience with this spiritual transition. A few years ago, I was going through a really tough time. I felt lost, confused, and like nothing in my life was working out. I was stressed all the time and couldn't see a way forward. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, I started experiencing strange coincidences. I'd think of someone, and they'd call me right after. I'd see repeating numbers everywhere. At first, I thought I was going crazy. But then I started researching and realized I was going through a spiritual awakening. It wasn't easy. There were days when I felt like my whole world was falling apart. I had to let go of some old friendships and even change my career. But as I leaned into the process, amazing things started happening. I found a deep sense of peace I'd never known before. My relationships improved dramatically. I discovered a passion for helping others through their own awakening journeys. And most importantly, I finally felt like I was living a life true to myself. Now, I'm not saying my life is perfect. I still have challenges and bad days. But the way I approach them is completely different. I have tools and a perspective that help me navigate life's ups and downs with much more ease and grace. As you continue on this journey, here are some practical tips to help you along the way. Create a sacred space in your home. This could be a whole room or just a small corner. Fill it with things that make you feel calm and connected. Candles, crystals, plants, or whatever resonates with you. Use this space for meditation, reflection, or just quiet time. Develop a daily spiritual practice. This could be meditation, prayer, journaling, or any activity that helps you connect with your inner self. Consistency is key here. Even just 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. Learn to set boundaries. As you become more sensitive to energies, you might find certain people or situations draining. It's okay to say no and protect your energy. Explore different spiritual teachings, read books, attend workshops, or watch videos on various spiritual topics. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Practice mindfulness in your daily life. Try to be fully present in whatever you're doing, whether it's eating, walking, or talking with a friend. Work with your dreams. Keep a dream journal and pay attention to any messages or symbols that come up in your dreams. They can be powerful tools for growth and insight. Explore energy healing techniques like Reiki or acupuncture. These can help balance your energy and support your spiritual growth. Connect with like-minded people. Join a spiritual group or attend events where you can meet others on a similar path. Be patient and gentle with yourself. This journey is not a race. Allow yourself to grow and learn at your own pace. Stay grounded. With all this spiritual stuff, it's easy to get floaty. Remember to stay connected to the physical world too. Eat well, exercise, and take care of your practical responsibilities. As we wrap up this journey through the final step of your spiritual transition, remember that this is just the beginning. You're stepping into a whole new way of being, and the adventure is only getting started. Yes, there will be challenges. There will be moments of doubt and confusion, but there will also be moments of pure joy, profound insight, and deep connection. Every step of this journey is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Don't be afraid of the changes you're experiencing. Embrace them. They're signs that you're growing, evolving, and aligning more closely with your true self. Trust the process, even when it feels uncomfortable. On the other side of that discomfort is a level of peace and fulfillment you've never known before. Remember, you're not alone in this. Millions of people around the world are going through the same awakening. We're all part of this global shift in consciousness, each playing our unique role in the evolution of humanity. So, wake up. The final step of your transition has begun. It might feel shaky at times, but that's okay. You're learning to walk in a whole new world. Take it one step at a time, be kind to yourself, and stay open to the magic unfolding all around you. Your spiritual awakening is a gift. It's an invitation to live a more authentic, fulfilling, and purposeful life. It's a chance to not only transform yourself, but to contribute to the transformation of the world. As you continue on this path, keep your heart open, your mind curious, and your spirit adventurous. The journey of spiritual awakening is the adventure of a lifetime, and it's just getting started. Embrace it, enjoy it, and let it guide you to the incredible future that's waiting for you.